Hello, gentle viewers. Welcome to the November garden tour. Yay! It is late fall here, and I figured I would give you a late fall garden tour and then a winter garden tour once we have snow and stuff. So I won't necessarily give you a December, January, February garden tour. I'll probably just do those two. This one, the late fall, and then a winter one sometime when it snows, and then we'll resume monthly ones when the spring comes. Not much to see between January and February, December. They mostly just look the same. So here we are. You can see I've got the woods behind me. I'm at the north end, North Triangle. I figured this would be a good place to start. It's nice to see how the woods change. This, with the pretty color, pretty fall color, is an invasive bush. It is a burning bush. We have been steadily taking the ones on our property out, and it'll probably go in the spring. Our woods behind us is full of these because they just basically, the birds eat the berries and then spread them all around, which is unfortunate. But we'll work on getting rid of as many as we can. So anyway, join me for this November late fall garden tour. So here we are by the compost pile. I know. Let's start with the least pretty thing for this tour. But I wanted to show you, since I'm over here, this is a black cherry tree that has volunteered itself. I think that it will be excellent right over here in front of the compost pile. It'll be a very nice little tree right there. At some point this winter or early spring, we're going to work on flipping this compost pile and using this excellent one that we got, and basically building maybe a 3-bin system over here. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, you can see the woods looking beautiful. The burning bush that I mentioned before. So I have been thinking a lot about this area back here, okay, off the back end of the north end of the house. So one thing that I thought about the other day is that I actually want to get a bit of a woodland path that kind of runs along the low end here, in addition to this nice grassy space. I think that'll be really cool. I knew that I wanted a couple of access points to the woods behind. And we're going to do, I've already put in some very small ones, some evergreen trees along the property line back there. That'll be nice. But it gives you an idea of future plans. This is a dogwood. Has really nice fall color. And I have mowed the lawn pretty short. I think this is about 2 inches for winter. And just, here's a lovely tree canopy. It's so nice. It is a perfectly gray, cool fall day. I made a video a couple of days ago, and I'll put it in here shortly, about my current idea for what to do here. I want this north end area to feel like part of the backyard and feel separate from the front yard. And we've got the orchard of trees over there. So they kind of do a good job of helping this feel more self-contained and separate. But I think I also want to do maybe a really big wide garden bed that like literally stops the flow across with a couple of paths in it. And I'll put that video in so you can see it. I'm back here at the North Triangle. There's a lot of noise going on. Sorry about that. But I wanted to show you, I don't know if you can see it, but I left the grass long over there, right over there. I was thinking about having a garden bed that goes around there and swoops behind the tree, with a couple of paths through it maybe. Let's walk over there so you can see what that looks like. You can see I mowed here, but it will be less a straight edge and more of a sort of a curvy line. It would marry up with whatever garden bed this is, here by the ferns, and the one around front. And then it would maybe encompass all of that area. Maybe a meadow, a high meadow, or perennials, I don't know. But I like how this feels more like a room. And I want it to flow in from the backyard, but I want you to feel sort of a break or a stop coming in from the front yard, so it feels more like a private space. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. Okay, let's move along. So these are the black raspberry brambles. They are a native species. They volunteered themselves. I actually really like them here, kind of in a line. I love the color of their stems. It's sort of this bluish purple color. Okay, so the main stem is this deep purple, and it has this sort of bluish blush to it. Isn't it lovely? And it really stands out in the winter garden. See? I'm going to definitely cultivate these somewhere, if not right here, in this little area. My sedge lawn looking nice. I keep this lawn long and mow it every once in a while. This is basically as long as it gets. It falls over. It makes this really gentle, soft area. We have our trees caged and ready, our wood piles for the winter. Oh, check this out. Do you see the pollen? The little pollen bundles? I assume that's what those are. I don't know anything about filbert trees, so I'll have to go look that up. But that's super pretty and I'm really excited. Apple trees have grown in nicely. Just a really nice little spot. So if you can imagine from here, if this was like a meadow or a perennial bed with a little path in here for a shortcut and a longer path that would go around between the trees, I think that would be lovely. Up front, you can see I have dressed these beds. You can see them covered in grass. I still have a bit of cleanup to do. The other thing that I decided on is, so I've got the front door right at my back, and I'm going to do a straight path down and then have the entrance to the path over there across. That's the current plan. That's the path we're going to walk. Let's go down and check it out. Not too much to see down here. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have mowed the grass here different heights so I can get a look at what that's going to look like. And I'm going to walk this way and show you from over here. I did not harvest very many of these crab apples this year. Wasn't a great year for them. So, I think you can see it here. So I'll keep this against the driveway area short. Let it continue to be long under the tree, sort of in a big circle under the tree around that way. And then the path will come out and there'll be a meadow heading down the hill. So I think you can see that. So the path will come out here and go around. And all of this I'm going to keep shorter lawn. It'll be nice. So let's check out our trees. They did so much growing this year. Can't wait to see what they look like in the spring. Oh, so excited. Also marked out sort of an idea of where to put the two smaller cherries. One here and one there. I think this one might move a little bit farther over. We'll see. Meadow all over here. There's a peach. This one was one of the last to lose its leaves, actually. Look how pretty those are. Here's the other peach. And the pear. And the other pear. And the plum. These blue stem clumps are just super pretty. Even once they've lost most of their seeds. All right, there's the lower orchard and the upper orchard up there. It's such a lovely little pathway with the canopy of the trees. I enjoy that. The milkweed is gone, just sticks. The muscari, or the grape hyacinth. These leaves will stay green all winter. I did get a chance to clean all of that out. Super happy about that. I did a lot of cleaning in here, actually. I like to leave the stems and the stalks. Let's check on the witch hazel. The leaves have fallen back. I don't know if those are leaf buds or flower buds. I'll have to keep checking on it. See if it gives us some flowers this year. Or maybe next year. You can see the yellow root over there has beautiful fall color. And honestly, this is a Solomon seal. There's a patch over there and a patch over there. And I really like it as a fall color. It's very bright. It's got that really tan, sort of creamy coffee color. It's nice. Grass I still haven't weeded out of here. A little bit at a time, right? But I did get a lot of that cleared out. This is goldenrod. Such beautiful seed heads on goldenrod. Look at it. I love it. Those sparkly seed heads. And I'm still not really sure what this is. I do need to research that, I think. More goldenrod. These hosta seed pods are really pretty. This is the Joe Pye weed. Lots of really nice developing seeds in there. And these are the steeple bush seed heads. This is just a really nice little grouping of seed heads here. It might show better from the other side, I don't know. Let me see. So that's the bone set. And the steeple bush. And the Joe Pye. nice through here. You know, the hydrangea, it is not the best fall interest. We'll see if it gets the blooms this spring though. That'd be nice. The peonies, again, they're not very good fall interest. Got a nice heuchera down there, covered in leaves. And I've not yet clipped back the butterfly bush, but its leaves are beautiful this time of year. You can see this is what they call a sterile butterfly bush. Every once in a while I do find some seed pods on it though, so I do try to cut it back. Those are not seed pods, I don't think. But there it is. We've got the autumn joy. Let's see if I can give you a look this way. Here we go. Okay, we've got the autumn joy here. Sedum. Some more boneset. Bearberry down there, and violets. Yarrow looking nice. Lavender. This is just a really nice little spot through here. I really like the layers. Oh, yeah, before we move on. It's so fuzzy. This is the saucer magnolia. Just full of fuzzy little buds. So this is one of my favorite views, with the big mature trees in the distance and the two garden beds right up close, and it is just so pretty. All those layers. Particularly looking down at this area right in here. You got the red heuchera and the green yarrow, candy tuft, and then the yellow of the autumn joy with its red seed heads, and then the white fluffy seed heads of the boneset, and the sage with its dusty green. Time came in pretty nicely, huh? I'm excited about that. Can't wait to see this little area in the spring. These are the Picanthamum virginianum, mountain mint. It's one of the mountain mints. Virginia mountain mint. So next year I think I'm gonna prune it shorter earlier in the season while I harvest it some. There's my other, this is the Vera lavender. Lots of good plants in here. Planted a bunch of things in here this year. We'll see how it is in the spring. Oh, it's just so nice. Look at these like pom-poms. I love these seed heads. Look at those. That's my Oswego, or Scarlet Monarda. That is a penstemon. And it keeps its color for the winter, which is super nice. The knockout rose still have a nice fiery fall color on it. Look at that. Good color, huh? Yep. Most of this has died back for the year. Well, here's the Eupatorium. Boneset. It's nice against the gray sky. They almost look like clouds. steeple bush. Joe Pye. Those are the same ones I showed you just now from the lower side. So these little baby hemlocks, I think, being that they are right on the wall, they're not going to be allowed to stay. So I got to get those out. And there's a lot of other little ones right in this area. And those little ones we're going to move to the back. See, here's the Solomon seal. Look at how bright that is. With that creamy coffee color. Cafe. Here's the side of the hill. This geranium, scented geranium, keeps some color. It stays sort of green closer to the ground and gets sort of russet further away from the ground. And it'll stay like that for most of the winter. Strawberries too. They'll hold their green. And there's the yellow root. Such good color against the sky. Look at that. These are the little trees I was talking about. I'm going to take a lot of these and move them. Some of the ones farther up the slope, probably just leave them where they are. Let them become the next generation. This is a European wild ginger. I actually think I want to move this and put them in between the stones to help hold the ground. I think because also they keep their color all year. I think that'll be nice. It'll help hold the soil. You can see we get some erosion through there. So this spring, I'm going to divide these clumps and just plant them in the spaces in between. Should be nice. All right, we're back down to this end. Not too much to look at down there. Let's go over here. Some more pretty goldenrod. These are the orange butterfly weed seed pods. About to be finished. That one hasn't opened up yet. And the cactus. Putting itself to bed for winter. And the roan colored leaves of the scented fern. This one has been in the ground long enough for fertile structures. This is the grass leaf goldenrod and the thread leaf coreopsis. Looking nice against each other there. Look at the color on that grass leaf. Oh, it's so nice. Smooth aster. Nice little punches of white. There's one of the verbenas. And a New England aster. Little pom-poms. And one of my favorites. Spotted bee balm. Look at that. So cool. Some more steeple bush. Some volunteer sedges. This is the goldenrod. It's just a nice, pretty little hillside right here. This is a white cedar. Here we have another penstemon with its nice deep color. One of the St. John's worts. Oh, the agastaches. The elderberry. It flowered for the first time this year. I did not harvest any. I wanted to let it settle in. The last milkweed pods. This is the common milkweed. All of those seed heads. Goldenrod, that's wrinkle leaf goldenrod. Boneset. Calico aster. Love the deep red stems. And the little sparkly white seed heads. Allegheny monkey flower, I think. More calico aster. And then not a lot right through here. I planted a lot of things this year, but obviously they're not very big. But one that's going to be absolutely the star of the show. You see the seed balls hanging? That is the button bush. Let's see if I can get you a nice low angle. They're like little ornaments. How cool is that? All right. Coming along. The street front garden is coming along. I did get my garden put to bed. Got all the raspberries moved off to the side. Got the beds mulched, cleaned up, tucked away. Got garlic planted all along here, along the middle over there. Green onions really the only thing, perennial onions that I've got left out here. I will probably divide these in the spring and just have them, they'll just have a nice spot back here, probably right at the top edge of this bed and also maybe at the top edge of this bed. Feverfew, keeping its color. I still gotta move that cucumber trellis right there. Oh, yes. One of the stars of the show. Calendula. Still blooming. We've had many, many deep freeze nights. I'm kind of curious. You can see that it's had some dieback. But I'm kind of curious how long it'll go for. The other thing that's out here still is the parsley. Parsley going along. Curious how long it'll last too. Got these two beds tilled for the first time and prepped. Look, there's even a little path in between. So I got all my triangles now over here. There she is. All right. There she is, done for the season. waiting for the spring. So that is the late fall, November garden tour for this year. Closing out the 2023 season. Everything is put to bed and waiting on the spring, doing all of its resting and recovering and planning and getting started underground, all for the winter. I'm gonna go in and do planning and getting ready for the season 2, just like the seeds are that are waiting for spring. So you've got to see the moss on this tree. I'll give you a couple of shots of it before we go out. Just leaning on my Crimson King here. Anyway, I hope that you have had a wonderful fall, and I really appreciate your company as you come along and join me for these tours. And rest, plan, get ready. Spring's coming before you know it. Enjoy the winter. Bye.